Is it humanoid or lump?
Just looks like a
lumpinoid?
lump from this angle.
So, I looked it up, and you get it back every short rest, but you need to spend 30 minutes of that rest meditating.
That's to be the kind of thing El Ciclon would do during the short rest.
Yeah, you can take the key points for that. That's fine.
Riot's gonna ride on the slate. Ask him uphill.
I mean, she'll just kind of motion toward. When you write that, she'll just sort of nod and motion for you to fling her and move towards it.
Yep.
Start waving her arm above her head.
Well, and you all are about to die now. I mean, I'm sorry.
Hand open to show she's not carrying a weapon.
Bear with me just a second.
I mean, wielding a weapon. She's carrying quite a few weapons.
El Ciclon is a weapon.
Mahogany's a bear.
See, I wish we had someone with telekinesis in this party, because then we could weaponize Mahogany.
I'm really missing Terran about now.
I had to make a quick trip to fantasynamegenerator.com.
What website?
This would be a good
How are we
place
gonna
for
hear his
Demiplane.
His name is...
I'm sorry, I can't hear that. We need to get inside out of the wind.
I mean, I still want to know his name.
Of course you do, Brick Road.
Serenity, getting a little closer. Actually... Yeah, getting a little closer to it. It looks like a giant, monstrous frog. And it's hunched over on the ground. With its back facing you. And its shoulders are kind of shuddering every so often. And you can tell it's a frog because once in a while it kind of looks around forlornly. And you see its terrible frog face. When you get within about 10 feet of it, you can see its coloration. And it's got this mottled blue color to it, with green flecks covering it. Doesn't seem to be wearing or carrying anything, but it's definitely a huge humanoid frog.
Like 10 feet high, 100 feet high? Help me out here.
10 or 11 feet if it were to stand up.
Okay. I just write common question mark on my board and hold it out in the biggest point size I can get on the thing.
It's not facing you, though. It's got its back to you.
Oh, I'll try and walk around, give it a wide berth. I'll try and walk around to in front of it.
And when you do, you startle it. And it kind of makes a motion to try to skitter back away from you. And as it does, whoever was behind Serenity gets bumped into by this big blue frog monster.
That's Mahogany.
Mahogany, you get bumped into by this big blue frog monster. And you're a bear, right?
Is it a beast?
No, it's a big blue frog monster. You have no idea what
Serenity has her hand out showing she's not, she doesn't have a weapon at the ready or anything right now. Just kind of...
When it bumps into Mahogany, it spins around and sees this bear. What is Mahogany doing?
I'm not physically a bear at the moment.
You said you were a bear. You did say Mahogany's a bear, and you're a cipher.
Okay, yeah, alright.
I don't know why you turned it around, but you definitely did.
Yeah,
Bear.
alright.
So what are you sitting on the ground now, waiting for Serenity? Are you?
Yeah, I'll just sitting.
Bear.
Hey, this might turn out to be good, in which case I was just acting with the cadence of the planes.
No, I mean, the thing looks terrified of you as a bear, and it tries to scramble away from you. It looks like it's been crying.
Can I transform into a big blue frog monster?
No.
Right, what's wrong on her slate and approach.
And it looks at the slate,
Cautiously.
and it looks back at you, and it shakes its head, kind of nervously.
Like, no?
It just shakes its head.
Serenity will hand it her slate and chalk. She'll offer them to it.
So you're just holding him out?
Yeah.
And the frog monster looks down and then looks back at you, and suddenly, inside your mind, you feel it trying to communicate with you. But the language it's speaking, the words that form in your head telepathically, don't make any sense. It's not that you don't understand the language, it's that the words don't make any sense.
Great, we found a chaos-detected frog monster.
I'll tap my head and look at Riot.
Riot writes a question mark on her slate.
What y'all should have done is just bought 2 slates and just wrote a question mark on one of them and just left it there.
Right.
You write a question mark on the back of the slate, and then you just flip it over to the other
Oh,
side.
there you go, that'll work.
I'm gonna actually. Riot's gonna see if she can cast Detect Thoughts. Let's see if this works
Okay.
on the frog creature, not Serenity.
I mean, Serenity's always, thinking about butt, so
Right.
she's into it.
But.
Let me pull up Detect Thoughts in the thing here. You gotta make 2 saves to get the spell to come out.
Okay.
Make the intelligence save first. What is your spell focus? Your guitar?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Which it's impossible to play one hand. So. Right, let's see. Intelligence is what's the DC 12? You said.
Yes.
Brick.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 13 because the winds are stronger now.
Oh right. Yeah, I failed that.
So you try to cast Detect Thoughts, but again, the magic words are just taken away by the winds. So the spell slot is expended. And so the thing turns back around, and each of you in turn feel in your mind it's trying to communicate something with you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just nonsense. It's just garbled words.
Riot writes. She actually draws on her slate.
Mm-hmm.
She draws an incline, and 2 arrows, one pointing up the incline, one pointing down, and a question mark in between them.
Draw it for me over here.
Okay.
In this kind of whitish section on the map.
Yeah, let me give it something here.
I mean, I can't write there because my ink is white, but... Okay. And the thing looks at the slate very intently, and then looks back at your eyes, and you feel, again, the nonsense words.
Mm-hmm.
But it points in a particular direction. Without breaking your gaze with you, it points off to its right.
Mm-hmm.
In a particular direction.
And I point to the up arrow.
And again, your head just fills with the nonsense words.
Mm-hmm. But is it still pointing in that direction as I point to the up arrow?
It stops.
Okay.
It doesn't indicate either of the arrows on your slate.
Okay. And I turn to the rest of the party and shrug, and I point off to the direction that it's pointing.
Mahogany will just write down better than anything else.
Yeah.
Serenity's gonna write down on her slate, "Come with us?" ? And look at the creature poignantly.
What indication do you give that you're going to move in that direction?
Mahogany turns towards that direction.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll motion for everyone else to start moving.
Who's last in line? Who's the last person to move in that direction?
Riot's bringing up the rear res in the turn order here.
Gotcha. Riot.
Mm-hmm.
As you begin moving that direction, you feel the thing in its mind. And this time there's a little more coherency to it. Make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Actually, you're chaotic, aren't you?
Yeah.
Make it an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, Serenity is standing at the back of the group at this point with the "Come with us?" on the slate, standing next to Riot, basically.
Alright, it's 17.
It's just garbled nonsense, the words in your head, but you managed to pick out a couple of coherent thoughts. One is that the direction he's indicating, he says, safety. And the second is, they threw me out.
Huh. Okay.
He's trying to communicate a lot more than that, but it's just jumbles.
I wave goodbye to him as we go.
So you just leave him behind. Wow.
I'll leave him one of my
I
berries.
don't really know what else to do.
I'll leave him one of my berries so at least he won't starve for a day.
So you set the bear on the ground?
No, I hand it to him.
He does not accept it. He doesn't know what you're doing.
Okay.
You're a bear.
Can I?
Well, it's a berry.
I scratch out food. I'll point to the berry, scratch out food on my slate.
And You see him pat his stomach a few times, and your head fills with garbage.
Alright. And then, hey, his Mahogany nods and lumbers off.
Okay.
Head off.
Yeah.
Who wants to roll the next D4?
I'll do it.
I do.
Oh.
Nick can do it.
No, you
Serenity, before we go, is going to...
I already said I would do it. Give me the D4.
Before
I'll fight
we
you
go,
for it.
as they are leaving, Serenity is going to trace a large,
Oh.
intricate
God.
circle, 8 feet in diameter, with multiple arrows pointing in the direction that they came from, and right in the center, blue frog.
Okay.
See, you should have let me act within the cadence of the flames.
So, you just rolled a 4, eh?
The planes.
It's true. I just did roll
And
4.
the winds can't get any stronger. The force of it suddenly whips into this tornado force a few minutes after you leave the blue frog monster. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw. DC is 13.
You guys better hope I make it, because if I go whipping around, I weigh 2 tons.
I failed.
I pass.
I failed.
Passed.
I fail.
Does anybody not have earplugs in? Mahogany, you're a bear, so you don't have earplugs in.
No, I do.
You do?
I can make chosen things meld into my form or not, so I just left them in my ears.
Just left. Okay, that's fine. Does everybody have earplugs in?
Yes.
Yeah.
4 points of thunder damage, everybody. I'm sorry, 3 points. My bad.
Even if you saved?
That was what the save was for.
Oh, okay.
Everybody who didn't save, if you did save, you take an additional 3 points of bludgeoning damage. If you didn't save, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. The winds pick up in ferocity, both in strength and in volume, and you all are buffeted against the floor. It bodily picks you up, buffets you against each other, crashing around, and when the winds die down again to their normal deafening hurricane force level, you all are bruised up. The sound of it was skull-shattering. The earplugs felt like they helped a little bit, but your ear lobes are just throbbing at this point. You all have this crazy headache.
Ow.
That's what happens when you roll a 4 when the winds are already at their strongest. Don't do that again.
Okay.
It was alright.
Yeah, that wasn't that bad.
Nobody died this time.
And it's really easy for people to keep track of me right now, because I'm a bear.
That's going to be funny every time it happens when Nodal jokingly says I'm a bear, and then I hold him to it. And I know it's going to happen many times over the campaign.
I just want to point out that I jokingly said it this time, and then because of that, I didn't take 10 damage. So I was just acting with the cadence of the planes.
Nice.
So wait, on the bingo card, is that I trolled you or you trolled me, or both?
That's about.
I think that's both.
Is that both?
This reality trolled both of you.
That's the I troll you, you troll me back roll.
There you go.
I was being a cipher.
Serenity,
Yes.
make me an intelligence survival check. See if you can determine if you're moving the same direction.
That would be a 14.
Okay. The winds die back down, and you know which way the winds were blowing before you all got buffeted around, and you know which way they're still blowing, and you're pretty sure they haven't changed. So you're pretty sure you can maintain the bearing you had set.
Okay.
So the question is, do you continue going that direction, or are you turning?
Yeah, we're going the same way.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for any of the marks that I was making on the ground as we go.
You don't pass any.
Okay.
Well, how much of an effort are you making to search? I mean, you guys walking single file, or are you going to fan out with your lights and try to get more of a spread?
I don't think it's a good idea to fan out.
No.
Okay. So no, you don't pass any then on Serenity's bearing. You've now been marching 6 hours in the cave. Well, 5 hours. 1 you rested. So who wants to make the next D4 roll?
Me.
Okay.
Wasn't really a roll, but it's a 3.
It's a 3. Okay, the winds do nothing. They neither strengthen nor
Alright.
weaken.
That's an hour, so I'm back out of bear.
Okay.
Nodal is no longer bear.
You've now been marching 7 hours. Who wants to make the next D4 roll?
I'll do it.
Roll 4 again. That was funny last time.
No, I refuse.
Serenity, this is really, really needling at you. It's so frustrating. that you can't believe how difficult it is just to find where you're going. And at this point, the winds have changed direction again. So now they're blowing off to your right, and you're marching perpendicular to them. At the end of the 8th hour, you guys are starting to get tired. Go ahead and someone roll a d4.
I'll do it. Here comes a fort.
Why'd you
God
call it?
damn it,
Don't
Nodal.
call that.
Did you roll a 4?
Call a what?
You rolled a 4.
Alright, so everybody make a dexterity 13 save.
Well, you point that shit.
I
I'm not
passed.
Yep.
There,
Yeah,
now
I'm,
I
I'm
pass.
belief pointing mine as well. I'm not gonna roll a 2 on that.
I passed.
Okay. You all take 3 damage from the
Oh,
thunder,
I'm gonna
from the
roll
sound,
3 instead.
because you also have your earplugs in. 3 thunder, and 6 bludgeon, so half that if you pass that save. And again, you're all
Ciclon's not looking good again.
buffeted together.
Oh.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
down to 2. Right down to 2 at this point.
Yeah, Serenity's gonna write rest, exclamation point on her chalkboard.
Nod.
Serenity, make another intelligence navigation, see if you can continue to find your bearing.
Yeah,
Okay. So where you intend to rest?
I'd like to find another narrow area, but we
Okay.
have to rest in the open. I'm only gonna wait about 10 minutes of marching before I just call it and have us rest in the open.
You actually find one. It's a little cozier than the previous one. This one is maybe only... No, it's about the same size, I guess. And you get in there, and this time the winds are blowing into the tunnel instead of out of it. So taking a short rest here.
Long rest, I think.
Yeah.
Long rest is going to be impossible.
I don't know
Yeah.
that we can survive a long rest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta writes on their slate town soon.
Serenity will kind of nod and pound her fist into the wall.
So taking a short rest here?
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
If I spend an hour resting as a bear, right? Do I end that with 1 remaining or 2?
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that.
Because I use up the transformation at the beginning of the hour, and then I rest for an hour. At the end of that, do I have my transformation back?
I'm going to say no if you stay in your transformation for that entire hour. To get it back, you'd have to come out of the bear and rest in your human form.
That seems fair.
Okay.
Alright.
So go ahead and roll your hit dice if you want. Somebody roll a d4. See if the winds die during your rests.
I'll roll a d4, I'm really good at it.
Are you?
I've been rolling really high damage rolls.
Hey!
See?
Hit die down. Oh, phew.
The winds go back down to
Yep.
deafening.
I'm
I'm
out
awesome
of
at
a.
it.
I'm now out of hit dice.
Yep, me too.
Oh yeah, what are my hit dice? The 6s? I don't remember.
So you guys have now spent 9 hours wandering the plane of Pandemonium, and that was after the full day of preparation and the battle with Basquiloom.
Yeah.
Marching further than this, considering how exhausting it is to with the deafening winds around you and sometimes marching directly into the winds, Kelian didn't take that glaive, right? You left that behind?
No, he left
Okay.
it behind.
Once
Once it appeared, we were
this,
marching in the wind.
at the 11th or 12th hour, it's going to start to become exhausting. So are we keeping the same bearing, Serenity?
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I would have marked the direction we're going when we went into the tunnel with the chalk. Same thing.
Sounds
Can
good
I
to me.
assist with that by trying to use my sense of direction to make sure she stays on the right path? Just because I'm relatively good at survival as well.
I'm going to say no because you haven't... Well, I mean, she's making a mark, yes? If she's making a mark, you don't need to make any kind of check because the arrow's just pointing the direction she was going.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to suggest... well, actually, no, never mind. I thought of an idea that made sense in-game, but then I realized it doesn't actually make sense in-universe.
Serenity. Marching not quite another hour. The winds haven't made any changes in the past hour or so, but your lantern suddenly flickers and dies.
Just mine, or
Just
everyone's?
yours.
I'll try and relight it. I'll have to ask Oh, are you a bear right now?
No.
Okay, I'll have to ask you for my fire-making stuff for my pack. I'll
And
just write
pass it over.
fire, and I'll try and relight my lantern.
Okay.
And I'll write down fuel.
I actually don't know what all the rules are for fuel in an oil lantern. I'm assuming you guys, the price of the lantern covered enough fuel to see you through the adventure, at least.
Yeah,
We're not cheap lanterns.
they were not.
So you relight your lantern, it flares back up. And as it does so, when you turn back around, you realize the illumination of it doesn't go out 30 feet in front of you anymore. Maybe 5 or 10 feet. After that, it looks like a black mist hanging in the air.
You're in front, I'll trade you mine.
I was gonna say, is that just his lantern or is that all lanterns?
Well, he was in front, so just right now it's just his.
Okay.
I'll step up. I'll step up next to Serenity. Does the illumination of my light go out?
If you're up standing next to Serenity, yeah, your illumination does not reach out further than about 10
I'll
15
move
feet.
back into the line and kind of look expectantly at Kelian.
Alright. I guess I'm going to the front of the line.
Okay.
And I'm just going to kind of take one of your hands, one of my hands, give my other hand to Mahogany.
I'll take it, and I'll give my other hand to Riot.
Okay. Let's do this.
What about me?
Yeah, let's get the marching order here.
You can stay there with the kid.
Where is Kelian's cat in all this?
I'm assuming the cat didn't come with you. The cat didn't go to the brothel.
The cat
didn't-
flew away in the winds.
He should be at my house. Or what's the lingo? Chit? Whatever it is.
Roll initiative.
Kip.
Kip.
Sure.
We'll make a cage review yet, don't worry.
I know y'all heard me. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, we
Actually,
didn't
we
hear
didn't.
you, actually.
No, I couldn't hear you over the
We
winds.
didn't.
It's the winds were
The
really
winds
loud.
are too loud.
The winds, though.
Riot.
5.
And Kelian.
18.
And what about Elsie Clone?
Alright.
Oh, time to refresh winds.
I'm going to burn a psi point and make that 6 that I rolled into an 8, so 10.
Did you already have your discipline up? I didn't hear when you declared it.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah,
I'm
that
in an
requires
8
an
then.
action to do. You can't wait until I say roll initiative. So what did you roll on your initiative? 8?
8.
8. It's not bad.
It's below the creeping shadows, which is never good, but, you know.
Messed everything up. Serenity.
Serenity Axe at 18.
It's way harder to use this notepad now, I gotta say.
Serenity's a cipher, but Kelian's an assassin. They're gonna have to fight over who goes first.
And Mahogany.
15. I like 15. It's a good number for
You
initiative.
just want to stay there on 15?
See, so Kelian's been here at this, been hanging out at this initiative for like 3 hours, waiting. Where Serenity just sort of walks in.
Alright. Kelian, you're surprised. Serenity, you're surprised. Mahogany, you're surprised. The creeping shadow is not surprised.
I disagree with that, but
How does
okay.
a 22 do you for AC?
Who's it attacking me?
You, the front of the line.
I don't think it matters who you ask.
I'm gonna kill Kelian. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Eh.
I rolled pretty low though. 13 psychic damage.
That's enough.
This, you don't know what it was that knocked you out. You did not even see it coming. Serenity, you're actually holding Kelian's hand physically?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have
You
a
feel it
feeling
go
about to be-
slack and drop to the ground.
I have a feeling I'm about to be holding the multiverse's largest kite.
Your lanterns all flicker out as you step into the shadows. Kelian goes slack, falls to the ground. You did not see what hit him. Brings us to Ciclon.
Surprised?
Nope.
Am I not
Oh yeah,
surprised?
you are. Sorry, and Riot is also surprised. So that brings us back to Kelian, who is out.
Yep.
See a death save.
This is greater
Oh,
than
shoot.
10, right?
Yeah, just get 11 or better, and you're fine. That won't do it.
Nope.
Fortunately, because the winds are so loud, nobody hears you gurgling.
I can't tell whether he's dead or alive. He might be fine.
Serenity.
So I can't see anything?
Once you got dark vision.
Can't hear anything.
You cannot.
So I will pull Kilian's hand and put it in Mahogany's. Where Mahogany was holding my hand, and then I'll pull my maul out and ready in action that if anything attacks me, I'll swing back in that direction.
Okay. Ready to action, if you are attacked, you're going to swing back at the direction you felt the attack come from, yes?
Yep.
Mahogany, you're now holding Kilian's hand.
Alright, I cast Fairy Fire into the darkness.
Give me a second to look
It's
at that.
verbal only.
Yeah, but it might be screwed with by the plane itself.
Mm-hmm.
So where are you casting it to?
Into the darkness. The shitty part in front of Kelian that you said we can't even see into.
Okay. It's a 20-foot cube within a 60-foot range, so you're trying to get it like right in front of you since you just started marching into the darkness?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and make an intelligence save to see if the spell comes out.
What's the DC?
Is 13, because the winds went down by 1.
Alright, I'm just going to belief point that.
Remember last week everybody was at full belief points and didn't realize it was a maximum, and now everybody's using them all up.
Yeah.
I fail anyway.
And you just, the magic words just exit and take the magic energy along with them. Serenity. What's your AC?
14.
14. That'll hit. $15 psychic damage, and that didn't drop you, did it?
Let me check. Sorry, I have too many windows open right now.
I know how that is, man. I got so many. I got windows
go.
open on 2 computers.
No, she's fine.
Okay. What happened was you just felt a claw come out of the darkness, rake through your neck, this incorporeal claw, and when it did, you felt this stinging sensation in your brain. But you know where the claw came from, so you can go ahead and make that ready to attack.
Is that a disadvantage because I can't see it, or...?
Yes. That's a shame.
That is a 14.
That hits. Roll the damage.
6. $10 damage.
10 damage. And you definitely feel, when you swing out into the darkness, your maul impacts something. And then you feel something cold brush past your leg. So, you feel... It's definitely not the wind. But something cold brushes past your leg and into the back line of the group. And all of you, your feet and ankles, there's a chill on the ground now. Brings us to Ciclon.
Go swiping at that chill at the ground.
With what? Your fists? Your
Fists.
Fists?
Fists, oh mine.
Disadvantage, you cannot see.
Still with an 18 to hit.
Oh, that'll hit.
Uh, 6 damage.
Okay.
Or no, 5 damage, I'm sorry.
5, okay.
Key point for Flurry of Blows.
Very well.
Ooh, 17 to hit.
Ciclon with the rolls. That hits.
I'm just blacking out my key point real quick. That's 3 more damage. Second hit for Flurry of Blows. 10.
Does not hit. So again, I mean, you're dropping elbows on this this bizarre shape at the ground, and you feel impacting something. It's not something solid. It's not like hitting a person. It's like you're dropping your elbow through something, but it's recoiling from the blows. It's definitely having an effect. Riot.
I'm gonna try and cast Mirror Image.
Mirror
So I got-
image.
It's verbal and somatic components.
Okay, so yeah, you need the intelligence save.
Right. Oh, so close. It's not at 12 right now, is it?
No, it's at 13.
Nah. Dang.
Spell. How are you guys doing on spell slots?
I have 1 level 1 and 1 level 2.
Okay. What
One
about-
level 1, 2 level 2.
Kelian.
Gurgle, gurgle.
Hey.
That's a
One-
save.
Oh! That was almost a 1.
And back to Serenity.
Can I try and stabilize Kelian by feel? I know he's right underneath me right now. After I felt the thing move past, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I'll let you try it.
That would fail.
Okay. You get down, and the thing is, putting your hands on him and feeling around, you don't feel any wounds, which makes sense because the thing was non-corporeal. It went right through your body when it hit you. You feel around his neck area, his shoulder, and touching there, the flesh feels colder than elsewhere on his body. Mahogany.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna try to Fairy Fire again in the direction that it was going.
Okay.
I figure cubes are relatively easy to place, so I won't have danger of outlining all of us.
Well, are you in relation to where you're standing here? Where are you putting this cube? 'Cause
Well,
you're still standing
which way
in this
did I feel it
formation.
going?
It's all around at your feet right now. You just feel it all around at your feet.
In that
edges.
case, in relation to this formation, imagine that... What's going on with the formation?
I was
here?
putting Kelian where he is.
Alright, well... in relation to this formation, which is what we were in before I got moved around, I'm gonna put it right here.
We're gonna throw a
right
riot
here.
down the hall.
Can you draw it? Okay, yeah, there you go.
Over there? Okay. Did you make your intelligence save?
Yeah, I failed the first one, so I'm believe pointing.
Okay.
There.
That
20.
was like a 20. What color is your fairy fire?
Violet.
Violet. What you see on the ground is this violet kind of dust hanging in the air. It doesn't manifest as a glow like you're more used to. It manifests as like illuminated sand has been thrown on the ground, and what it's covering is the shape of a 3-pronged claw. This thing's hand, and it's got 3 prongs on it that look wicked sharp. So the thing must be balled up at your feet somewhere, the bulk of its body, and just its arm sticking out into the square. But the fairy fire took effect, and it is giving some illumination, which means I'm going to call it dim light now.
Well, it's shedding dim light.
Well, yeah, but you're also working against the magical darkness of the area. So I'm calling it in
Yeah.
your favor. I'm saying his darkness is not crazier than your fairy fire. Also, I didn't realize you could draw on the wooden edge of the table.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Why
Yeah.
not?
Cool. That's gonna. Are you moving or staying put?
I'm going to use my bonus action to transform into a bear.
Into a bear. Okay. That's gonna probably shove
Proud bear.
Riot and LC Clone aside. Is that okay?
As long as it doesn't push them out of this thing's threat radius, that's fine.
Well, it can't get an opportunity attack if you push them out. They have to willingly move out of it. But no, that's
Okay,
fine.
yeah,
So
that's fine.
you're gonna be taking up more, and also your butt's gonna be right in Kelian's unconscious face.
Also, I was holding
Hey,
your hand, so now what am I holding?
You're holding probably fur.
Yeah, a minute ago you were holding a hand, but it turned into a bear. You've seen this before. This happens kind of just all
Right.
the time. So it's trivially easy to reach out and grab a tuft of fur on the side of Mahogany's form.
And you now see a horrible creature underneath.
Well, just its arm, which kind of flashes back into this pool of darkness underneath you, and you see it whip around for a moment before it lashes out at Elsie Clone. It no longer gets to roll at advantage. That's good. How does a 16 do you, Elsie Clone?
Yep, that's a hit.
10 psychic damage.
Down.
And Elsie Clone drops. And you all see this claw dart up from the ground of this pool of shadow at your feet. That's covered in this illuminated violet sand. Rakes through Elsie Clone's body. And again, you feel this stinging in your brain for just a split second before everything goes black.
Make my first death save, so.
We don't have to make a dex save yet. It's still his turn.
Oh.
You then see the arm moving away. So, Mahogany, you will get an attack of opportunity because it is leaving your threat range.
Alright, how does that work? Do I use a bite or a claw, or do I get both?
You get one attack.
Alright, in that case I'll just use...
Yeah, any
I'll just
regular
use the better
attack
one.
action you can pick.
I'll
You only
claw.
get one.
$20.
20. You roll,
Natural
roll,
20.
roll the 20, then that's a critical hit, and that's probably going to do some
Yeah.
damage.
Let me get some d6s out.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Does your animal form attacks, do they count as magic attacks yet?
I can't answer that. Let me
can't.
check real quick.
Because I think they do eventually, but I don't think they do at this level.
I agree with both of those statements.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm just not 100% sure. So I figured
Gotcha.
might as well check. Timeless body, druid, ability score. I'm a moon druid, so that's combat wild shape. Primal strength. That's 6th level. No,
That's 6th
it is
level.
not magical.
Go ahead and roll all your damage. That feels like a 6th or 7th level ability, yeah. That's about when monks get theirs, isn't it?
Yeah,
Around that
about.
time?
I think monks might be 5th, but yeah.
That was a roughly average roll. 8, 11 plus damage is 15 slashing damage.
Okay. You slash out at where you assume this thing's body might be as you see the claw retract. And you see the purple claw spasm in midair for a moment when you make contact with its body, question mark. Elsie Clone, make a death save.
Save.
Made it? You're good.
Save.
Riot.
Mm-hmm. How is... First, what can I see? Because I've got a lit lantern.
You don't.
Can I see
All the
any-
lanterns went out. Unless you...
All the lanterns went out.
Yeah, when you entered the darkness, all the lanterns went out. Right now, all your illumination is from this claw, which is about 10 feet away from you, moving in this direction.
Okay, so
Through
I
the
have no
square
idea.
behind
I have no idea Kelian's about to die. So in that case,
You know he went down because you... Oh, you didn't hear him. No, you didn't.
I did. Yeah.
But you see what Serenity's doing. You see the motion where Serenity pulled Kelian back. So yeah, you definitely know he's down.
Can I though? Because I have no dark vision and no lantern.
But there's illumination because of this claw that was sitting right there.
Okay.
Yeah, what Fairy Fire does is make all creatures in that square glow.
Mhm.
And its arm was in that area because it was attacking you guys. And that arm is giving off dim light.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can see that Kelian and Elsie Clone are down, and that Serenity is trying to tend to Kelian, but neither have any visible wounds.
Yeah. I've got one good berry that I will try to feed Kelian.
Okay, so you just pop it in his mouth and massage his
Yeah.
throat until he... And good berries give
Right.
what? 1 hit point?
1 hit point.
1 hit point.
Kelian, you get 1 hit point back.
This is
Hooray.
basically what they're for.
Alright.
This
keep
and
my-
planar travel.
Do my death saves reset?
Yes.
Do I keep them? They do.
When you get hit points back, your death saves wipe.
All right.
You're back.
Serenity.
Is it Kelian's turn first?
Yes, it is. I forgot because I thought he was dead. No, Kelian, go ahead. Your eyes open up. Serenity is kind of above you, kind of checking your neck area. Riot is sitting right there. She has just popped a good berry in your mouth. And you still have this splitting headache.
Can I? Because since I have dark vision, can I see El Ciclon?
Everybody can see Ciclon because the dim light coming from 10 feet away. Yeah.
I will give El Ciclon my good berry.
Okay, so you reach in your pockets, fish out your good berry, and reach over, shove it in El Ciclon's face. Except you have to pull up his mask to reach his mouth, and it's just a beard under there. It's like this 40-pound beard he's just been hiding from everybody. It's insane.
I knew it.
El Ciclon, you get 1 hit point back.
Yay! I have a hit point.
Now it's Serenity's turn.
Let's move into melee and have some hot maul on claw action.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
I already did that.
So you would claw on claw action. That'll hit, I hope.
Yeah, you're good.
Uh, 14 damage.
Nice.
Non-magical.
And are you mauling at the claw you can see, or are you kind of aiming for where its body?
Does it look like it's moving back, like into the shadowy mass of a body?
Right, it just looks like the
does
claw is floating in air, moving away from you.
Yeah, then I'll swing where the body would be.
And again, you see this claw spasm when you feel your maul come in contact with something that slows it down in midair. And this claw spasms in pain again. Mahogany.
I'm gonna go with the maul and claw on claw action.
So just some hot claw on claw action?
Well, there's some mauling in there too, because I'm gonna bite him.
I should hope so.
Yeah. Serenity seemed to do some damage, so I'm gonna attack the area where Serenity was attacking.
Okay.
Actually, I have advantage right now, so I should probably roll that.
Where's the advantage come from?
Fairy Fire.
Does everybody get advantage or just you?
Everybody.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Very nice.
That's fine. It hasn't really come up yet.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's missed yet.
And then I'll roll again for the claw before I do damage.
Yeah, just give me the grand total at the end of all together.
Alright, well, that second one's gonna miss, so it's just the maul.
And how much damage on the maul?
It is a D8 plus a number, so while that's rolled. It's 3 piercing.
Very good. I don't even need my calculator for that one.
Yeah.
So you lash out where you think the body must be, and you catch something with the fangs and the side, the back of your mouth, but it's not the big meaty bite you were expecting. And then the claw just goes wide. It seems you just misjudged where this thing's body would be.
Mm-hmm.
This thing's gonna lash out at... one of you ciphers, call even or odd.
Even.
Even.
You can't both call even.
Well, you said one. You shouldn't ask 2 ciphers to say something.
That's true. I asked for that one. Serenity, it's going to attack you. It's going to miss. So the claw, the violet claw, lashes out, but you manage to get your maul up, block the hit. And you can both take an opportunity attack because it's moving away from you again.
And I have advantage now, Nodal?
Yeah.
Woohoo! That'll hit a 25.
That hits.
Mine will just hit at a 19.
So how much
8
damage
damage.
did Serenity? You did 8?
Edgar damage.
Yeah, it's probably because Peanut's home. And how much damage did Mahogany do?
14 slashing.
Okay. And the arm retreats from you. And this time it retreats about 30 feet away, so it's pretty far down the hallway. It's getting to the point where it's difficult to make out the illumination from it. It's also getting to the point where the darkness that was surrounding the area, you see it faintly start to dissipate and move along with it. Ciclon.
Stand up. Is the disadvantage? I'm imagining I'd take disadvantage if I try and throw a dart at it.
It would
do I
be
still
very
get the
difficult
advantage
because the winds are
Yeah.
deafening.
And I don't want to leave the group because that's just asking to get killed. So I'm gonna hold short right here.
Just stay put. What's Riot do?
Try and relight her lantern.
And you do. You turn against the wind, hold it to your chest, and once again, you get the lantern relit and close it up, and the light flares up. And you can see the shadow moving away. Still kind of with a purple haze to it. About
That's fine.
30
I'm not
feet
gonna
away.
chase it.
Not going to chase it.
No.
Kelian,
Full defense.
full defense. Serenity.
Move back into the midst of the group, ready in action that if it approaches again, she'll take a swing.
And Mahogany.
I'm going to also move back, and I'm going to maintain my concentration.
Oh, you're concentrating on fairy fire?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, at that point, the violet haze just disappears into the winds. And it's gone from view now.
Good enough.
Relight lantern.
Yep.
So how many of you have 1 hit point?
I
Yo.
do.
And who wants to roll the next d4?
Well, winds are normal, so we should be okay.
No, they're
even
not
if we
normal.
do-
I'll
They're
do it.
deafening. They were
Well,
deafening
they're
when
not-
you entered the plane.
They're
not hurricane
tornado
anymore.
They're not hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
God damn it,
Nodal
Nodal.
just loves it. Okay, so they stay put.
Nick can tell you about the time when I kept selling out during an RPG.
Yeah.
I fucking love making bad rolls.
At this point in
Onward.
travel, you guys are all exhausted. You've been walking across this featureless stone plain. You've seen terrors of the plain that you can't begin to describe. Actually, that was the 10th hour. I need everybody to make another wisdom save against the winds.
Okay.
DC is 13.
Believe.
Yes.
I'm gonna believe point this again.
I
I
also
failed.
pass.
Who failed?
I did.
You did. That
Oh, I
frustration.
passed.
That frustration starts to build up. What I described for Serenity earlier. You begin to get really snappish and irritable. Just frustrated at the situation. You suffer -1 to intelligence and wisdom scores. So just note that
Lovely.
those 2 scores are temporarily down. Serenity, you passed though, right?
Yeah.
And all of you are making note of Ciclon and Serenity just being really snappish. Anything you say or suggest, they have an irritating comeback for. But after another hour of walking through the woods, you notice far in the distance, you see a light, and it flickers for a couple seconds and then goes dark. And then you wait. And about 10 seconds later, you see it again, bright and then dark. And it maintains that cadence. Every 10 seconds or so, it gets really bright for about 1 second and then goes dark.
Serenity
Alright,
has
let's head over
not waited. She's just keep trudging towards it
Yeah.
doggedly.
Cyclone's right behind her.
Okay? Then we will pick up the next session with you all trudging towards the mysterious light.
All right.
All right.
What could it be? I don't know. I'm gonna get the straw.
So
pulled
it has
out.
been an hour since the last encounter, Brick?
I mean, the session's over now. I mean, you could turn on the winds. You could turn off the winds.
I
if
want
you
to know whether I should mark down whether I'm still a bear or not.
I'll leave that up to you when we pick up the next session. If you want to stay in bear form, I'll be fine letting you have it.
Okay, those winds are pretty bad.
Yeah, those winds suck out loud.
I kind of want to put the winds as an option on the straw poll, but I know everybody would vote for it. So
Yeah. We don't trust
I
Chad
don't
that
need
much.
the winds to level up right now. Thank you.
Yeah, if the winds win the straw poll, they automatically start at 4 next session.
So I'm going to post a link in the chat, guys. At the end of the session, I give bonus XP for a variety of reasons, and one of the reasons these guys can get awarded bonus XP is if you want to give it to them. So click into this straw poll, vote for somebody, whoever you want to get a little bit of bonus XP, and I will start going down the list here. So
If
how
you ever
was-
need
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, if you ever need a reason to prove that I am preparing my spells when I should be, notice that I have Animal Messenger prepared.
So how was everybody? How did you all take your first foray into Pandemonium?
Nope.
That was
Nope.
great.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean,
I don't-
despite the fact that Kelian fell, it's kind of cool.
It's the worst kind of place.
I hate it.
I hate it.
I
I hate
honestly never want to come back here. After
Never.
That is the correct response to first adventure in Pandemonium. You'll be happy to know that I have a lot more Pandemonium planned.
God.
The third layer has normal gravity. Come on, there's plenty of stuff to do here.
For those of you who are tuning in tonight for the first time, I asked the players all individually after they got their feel for the setting a little bit, what plane you want to have an early level adventure on. And Destil was the one who said Pandemonium. So I want to.
So
The planes you guys picked, we're doing a full. We're not just dipping our toes in. We're gonna go get the full experience from those planes.
I will point out, I said Pandemonium immediately and without thought.
It was like instant. It was.
Like a true cipher. That's great.
So we're gonna give out some blips now. I did not award any blips for role-playing stuff this session. I would have if some of the characters had intervened and tried harder to save the boy before he sputtered out and died.
Yeah, that's why you should award a role-playing point, because I'm playing neutral pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Well, but
Kelian
the problem
very
is,
deliberately did not save the boy.
and I would give you a flaw, some flaw experience for that if it caused problems for you, but it didn't cause any problems.
Yeah, I'm assuming well, okay.
See, Mahogany is neutral, and his alignment notes here say good and evil are relative. Law serves to benefit the lawful, chaos serves to push against it. None of that applies to this dying boy. You weren't in the running. But Serenity and Ciclon were both in the running for getting an alignment point for saving the boy, and neither did.
I was attempting to be neutral by stopping Serenity and Ciclon from going to save the boy.
And
Because they were fucking up the plan.
Trying to get him to not jump the gun and save the plan. Of course, then that's just, why would a cipher care about ruining a plan? I mean, plans are meant to be ruined. But don't worry, there's plenty of experience coming down the chute for...
Were you gonna finish it?
Yeah, you
for
totally
the
died out.
encounter, for Bastion and all of his demons. Everybody's getting a... Whoops, that's not right. I forgot to divide. So it's 575 for the encounter with Bastion, plus the 200 I forgot to give you last week for finally achieving a story goal. So you all are getting 775 experience.
Nice.
Should we write that down right now, or
That's
Yeah.
the base, but we're going to give blips out next.
I believe my blips go up now because
yeah, that should actually
Yeah, now
put
it's
me.
your third level.
Yeah,
That should
everybody's
actually
level
put me to fourth, I think. Unless I'm misremembering the chart. Let
Which
me
one
look.
is level? How much is level 4?
3,000.
Oh,
Ooh.
jeez, I'm 75
No.
short.
It's
far away.
2,700.
Oh, it's
Oh,
27.
it's 27. Yeah, then I'm level 4
I'm
now.
still far
Yeah.
away.
Well, you haven't leveled to 4 yet. Nobody's actually...
Yeah,
You will be.
Nobody's going to do any leveling in Pandemonium. That's not...
Right.
Right.
So, with the first blip we give, and everybody blip right now, each blip is worth 90 experience points, because you're all level 3. First blip we give is for the most creative use of a class power. Either a spell or a class ability.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave?
Riot's Thunderwave.
You think so?
That it's amplified in Pandemonium? Yeah. I really like that.
Is that why Riot casted Thunderwave?
Right cast Thunderwave because by my reading of spells,
Mhm.
like prior to learning how spells actually work in Pandemonium, my reading of it was I think it's the only spell I can cast.
Okay. Does anybody dispute Riot's giving Thunderwave? Do we all like that?
Not especially.
Not especially? You don't think Riot deserves the creative blip for
Oh
Thunderwave?
no!
I don't even
not-
think I deserve the creative blip from Thunderwave.
All right, I'll retreat it. That's, I mean,
So, that was lame anyway. Nobody gets it.
Well,
All
I mean, Ciclon locking that guy down until we got him
If
into
nobody's gonna-
Pandemonium.
That
I'm
was
voting
effective.
for
What
Thunderwave.
was it creative, though?
yeah, I don't know.
It was definitely an
Kinda-
effective use of power. I like that.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Is that like I use Thunderwave to do damage on an enemy? That's not like a super creative.
Yeah, it's not
use of
really
Thunderwave.
creative.
I mean, you did explain it that you thought it was the only spell It just will work as opposed to
So we
it's
just,
the strongest spell.
I'll
so-
just give it to
all right,
Edgar.
I guess.
I'll give Edgar the bonus experience.
All right, rock on.
Like
Kind of level him up to guinea pig.
You wish.
Fine, and that,
They'll have armor proficiency.
So we give one blip for heroism. Who is the most heroic character this
wait, I
section?
still get to vote, and I voted for Thunderwave.
So we're going with Thunderwave? I thought Kelian retracted that.
I'll put it out then.
All right, I'm gonna put it down. So Riot, you're getting it whether you like it or not.
All right, fair
So
enough.
are you just gonna sit there and pout that you got the bonus experience? I didn't deserve that. There are
I
strong children
refuse to
in
let one of
Africa
these
who think
categories
that-
go
Because
by
they-
with no
yeah,
victory.
yeah.
So the
I
next
will
one is
pick
for
increasingly preposterous reasons to not let these categories go without a winner.
what was the most heroic action this setting?
All right,
this session?
this was also the dumbest thing, but I'm gonna give this. I vote for Serenity's trying to save the kid with both of her good berries.
Okay.
Like
Well,
there was no way it was gonna work, but at least she tried. Unlike everybody else in the party.
Ciclon doesn't get credit for contributing one of those good berries for it.
No, because Serenity did it.
Yeah.
I gave
El
it to
Ciclone
Serenity.
did walk away.
Was that the most heroic act of this session? Kelian sounds distressed.
If you come up with a reason. What? Even if
I mean,
it's
I
your
was trying to- I
hero
was
thing,
trying
did
to
you think
cool-
you did something heroic?
I was trying
No,
to
I
Kool-Aid-
don't think. No, I don't think I did something heroic. I'm trying
For
to
what
think
it's
of.
Because I don't care. People can vote for themselves. I'm down.
For what it's worth, I was trying to Kool-Aid man my way into that room to save the kid.
That
Yeah,
was true
that's-
too. I wasn't
I
keeping
like
track of
that
the
more
wall's
than the
damage.
berry.
I was keeping track of whether or not you rolled like a 10 or higher, and you
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
You kept.
No,
rolling
my rolls were terrible.
But you got that
I
web
vote
in
for
there. That was good.
Serenity just because El Ciclone ran into the portal at the first opportunity and then stayed away from the monster. So I didn't see what the purpose there was.
So okay, Serenity was the most heroic for trying to save the kid.
Getting myself stupidly killed isn't gonna do anybody any favors.
But it's a big damn. It'll make you heroic.
You might earn the straw poll blip if you get yourself stupidly killed in an entertaining enough way.
And you also probably get most heroic if you do it in a heroic enough way.
So who was the most? What was the most badass action this session?
That'll put in Thunderwave, the one that hit me, and all the pus demons.
Popping all the pus demons at once.
Yeah, that was pretty rad.
All right. And we give one blip for intangibles, whatever reasons you guys think are applicable this session.
Mahogany for the very clutch fairy fire.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You like
Yeah,
Mahogany's
I really
Fairy
like that.
Fire? Okay.
We'd have been toasting that fight if it had been for that.
How many belief points does everybody have left? Because you all were spending them
I'm
bitches
out.
like
I'm
you're
out.
I'm at 2.
I
now
have two.
I've got 2.
I'm at 0.
I'm out.
Well, let's see if we can earn some more. Who wants to do your belief rundown first?
Me, because I should be easy.
Kelian, you did the most role playing this session. So Kelian's belief is the best outcome is what benefits me the most. So did Kelian act in accordance with that belief?
Yes and no.
Well, is it yeah? Is it yes or is it no? I can't give you half a point.
Like he didn't. All right, this is actually more difficult than I thought it would be. Yes, because he was able to fulfill his contract with Lady Ligris.
Now, that benefits you in that she's going to pay you, but you're also currently stranded on Pandemonium.
Well, yeah, but he knew that going in.
Is that why it was a yes and no?
Yeah.
Did Kelian learn something new about his beliefs?
No.
And are they changing?
No.
And who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Alright. Mahogany. I've got there's one perfect state of being for everything, and some cannot be tolerated. So did Mahogany act in accordance with that belief this week?
Yes.
So, how so?
Because he saw exactly what that demon was and was first over the wall to take it out, pushed it into the portal, went through the portal, stayed right on it.
So what was Basculin's perfect state of being?
His perfect state of being was exactly what it was. Like, he presented himself as exactly the thing it was. It's just he can't be tolerated.
And Did you learn something new about Mahogany's beliefs?
No, honestly, he keeps reinforcing them.
Are they changing?
No.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go because I'm easy too.
Okay. It's always hard for me to find Riot, her character sheet tab, because it doesn't say Riot. It says Calivia on the tab.
Oh, I can switch the order around. I was actually thinking about that earlier today.
That would
But I
help me a
didn't do
little
it because I thought it would be hard for you to find.
Institutions of control must be uprooted and undermined at every opportunity. So did that come into play this session?
Nope.
And learn anything new?
Nope.
And are they changing?
Nope.
I like it.
There you
Easy. And who's next?
I'll go next.
So Serenity. I have by my actions I will make the universe a better place. Did Serenity make the universe a better place?
Yes.
How so?
She destroyed that hideous demon, and she tried to save the kid. She doesn't know that it didn't work yet, but...
Did try to save the kid. Did you learn anything new about her beliefs?
If anything, it reinforced them, because all this planning and waiting around just made things up messy.
Well, that's like your faction philosophy.
Yeah.
So you're reinforcing your faction philosophy. All this...
Yep.
Stuck to the original plan, it pretty much went off without a hitch, and now you're trapped in pandemonium without much of a plan. Are her beliefs changing?
No.
And Ciclon.
Yep.
It is a luchador's duty to know what heroism is and exemplify it to the public. So did he live that belief this week?
I don't think he really had an opportunity to.
Did he learn something new about his belief?
Not really.
And are they changing?
Nope.
Alright, so Serenity, Kelian, and Mahogany. You all can take a belief point. And let's see how the straw poll is doing. Oh, looks like it's tight. It looks like Kelian came out in front with 6 votes in the straw poll to get the
Man, Ciclon's gotta have more sex. That's all there is to it.
I don't blame them for giving it to Kelian. Honestly, I mean, come on.
That seems reasonable.
Let
Yeah,
the part
no, it
be the
does.
part.
Alright, so XP totals for this session. Riot, you're walking home with 955.
How many blips did I get?
1.
1. So 90 for that?
You what?
So 90 for that?
Oh no, you got 2 blips. 1 for creative, 1 for badass.
Okay.
So 180 extra.
Alright.
Ciclon, you're getting the 775 because you didn't have
Yep,
enough
that looks
sex.
right.
Yeah.
This is grand total, right? This is... Are you reading out to us?
Yeah, this is for the entire session. This is for the encounters
Okay.
and the blips.
Cool.
Alright, Kelian, Serenity, and Mahogany are each getting 865.
How many blips was that? Because I already added the earlier XP, sorry.
1 each.
So that's 30.
Blips are 90 at your level. So each blip is 90. So 775 plus 90. Let me get the running totals here. Math is
Oh,
hard.
Rune Fox.
Alright, and I'll open up chat here in just a second after I get my sheet cleaned.
You so cray-cray.
Yeah, I had a note saying that as soon as you guys got all of Aunt Nancy's targets together, that would be worth some experience, and then I just forgot to give it to you, because I'm awesome.
Way to go, Burke Road.
Alright, so where we left it is Serenity's carrying the devil's head.
Yep.
The young prostitute boy got mutilated and died
Yep.
horribly. And you all are stranded in pandemonium.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, excellent work all around.
So, Tuesday. It's pretty much a Tuesday.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
So how does Pandemonium stack up to Eastgard? Just in terms
It's the
of...
fucking worst. It's the worst place.
Like, it is literally a toilet.
I mean, but no one's died yet.
I
it's
think
a
it's
toilet
We've
without
come
water.
close.
I
Look
think
on
it's
the bright
fine
side.
that we're all here at Dustin's request. I think it's cool that Rick has prepared more adventure here for us, but I never want to come back.
It's a
That was
toilet.
really diplomatic.
Like, if I had, if say we had done this campaign before, and Destil had said, "Oh, Pandemonium," I would have shouted him down.
like,